Vibes today on Litty Talk. Obviously, it's Monday, Matic Monday. My brother Matic in the building. It's good, bro.
Oh, good. You?
How you doing? How you feeling? How's life? Talk to me.
So far, so good. Well, I already said this. We've been talking already for a few minutes, so I feel like we should have been recording already 2 hours ago. But officially settled. So I'm married.
Married?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fresh off the block.
Fresh off the block.
Yesterday you were married.
Yeah.
Give them the date, because so they're watching
right now. I mean, we're talking about May 19th.
So May 19th.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be we're like I told you, we're planning on doing a bigger
ceremony.
Yeah, a bigger ceremony. So we were actually discussing that whether it was gonna be I guess our anniversary, the 19th, or maybe the 20th, or maybe we'll do it the same date around next year, a year from now. So, but yeah.
Congratulations, man.
Yes,
how's it feel?
I don't know. Kind of. I guess I had such a high dopamine kick yesterday. I just being with my friends and stuff like that. And today it was like I'm just home and I'm like, oh shit, it's Monday.
It's sinking in, right?
Yeah.
Sinking in.
So I don't know. I mean, but so far so good. I mean, it feels the same. I know that everybody says that it's not the same. Obviously, it's a big responsibility now. It's a big step. But I feel like I was already married in some sense.
Right.
So it's just now
it's a lot, but it's not a lot. It's just title.
It's title. Yeah, I think it's title.
Got you. Officially not sponsored, but shout out to High Noon. We drinking this every Matic Monday. Low calories, dope drink. High Noon. Pineapple. High Noon. I do podcasting. Matic does music. If we're trying to talk a sponsor deal, let us know. If not, we still gonna be buying the product. Good shit.
Promo.
Free promo. Matic, last week, or 2 weeks ago, but the last time we met, it was some time before Mother's Day. It was a Monday. Mother's Day came on Sunday. How'd you spend your Mother's Day? How was that?
I was at home with the family for basically a whole day. We did some barbecue. We was just there. It was good, man. I really brought me some. I guess put me in an emotional state, just being with my mom and all. My family there. It was good. I liked it.
Everybody had a good time?
Yeah.
No, we were good. We went to my mom's house in Deltona. We went to the beach, got burnt to hell.
Oh, yeah.
Did the whole Puerto Rican thing. They actually put a Puerto Rican flag in the tent. Yeah, in the beach. It was a good time. It was a good time spending. Good time with my girl. Just had the kids. Everybody just did, typical Mother's Day thing. Nothing
relax,
extravagant and all. Some people go.
Yeah, they go all and beyond.
I mean, mothers deserve it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. But some people just do too much.
Let's put the energy into the time, not the money spent.
Exactly.
What's new in Matic's world besides the marriage? What else? What do you got going on?
I released 4 songs already.
Okay.
I want to say between. Yeah, last time that we met, I think to now, it was 4. So I'm trying to do 4 chapters. So I did Fire Chapter 1. I did Water Chapter 2. I'm gonna do Earth and Wind. So
how did the first 2 do?
Actually the one that got more traction was Fire. So the first one, which was The Way and Service. I think that's the one that got more traction. But I also seen that on the second one, Water, the one that I thought that wasn't getting that much traction got traction, which was I Can't See.
You weren't expecting it to?
I wasn't expecting it to. Like I told you, like I put it in a YouTube and it didn't got I guess that many views. I think it got probably 10 views.
All right.
But then I put it in TikTok, and then it started so slow. It went from 100, and an hour later 300. Then I'm like, I'm gonna stop looking at it. And then next day when I see 1,000, the fucking people save it.
Yeah.
They I guess TikTok. I didn't know this, but they show you when they save
the
something.
Algorithms. Yeah.
This person liked it or forwarded to this person. Right. And I'm like, wow, it got a lot of traction. So I thought about doing another video for it. Because I guess I heard this from. Excuse me. I don't know if you know who Nick D is.
Nick D?
Yeah, Nick D.
No.
I'll show it to you after we finish. Yeah. But he gives a lot of tips, and as he's an independent artist, he has great numbers, and independently he has done great, amazing, still doing great.
So he's giving out free keys.
Yeah, and then he said when a song is doing good, you can make a bad song be a good song just by doing good content. That's what he said.
And that's a fact.
It's a fact. So I feel like if you do, and then not only for that, if you do 3 pieces of content to 4 pieces of content just with one song, the first one would probably be feasible. The second one may be alright, but the third one may be the one that's like, damn, the song is actually good because you show it to the customer, and I think that's something in sales. You have to show the customer the product 3 times in order for them to even accept or think about buying the product.
Correct.
Right? Because like when you come into the store, you see the iPhone 15 as soon as you come in, and they're like, oh, it looks good, and then you go, you touch it, you grab it, take a picture with it, and you're like, oh, it looks great, and they're like, oh, we have the iPhone from and then you're like, oh shit, let me get it.
Sales point.
So I feel like that's a big thing too. Like this rollout that I did put out a lot of content, strategically trying to like move, I guess rolling out the songs, but I did miss to do more content for the second rollout for Water. So I was planning on doing after we done it already. Maybe just film some shots at night, which was the same ones that I did. I did some for Cerberus, for Water, for I Can't See, for The Way. Those shots at night that I don't see a lot of people doing.
Right.
I see everybody just filming in the morning, daylight.
Yeah, keep it.
So I'm gonna try to do that. Yeah.
I want to get into Diddy, and Diddy not the mogul, Diddy not the problem, but Diddy the person. So, firstly, are celebrities allowed to make mistakes? You know the vibes is Litty Willie from Litty Productions. I want to thank everybody that's been supporting us, sharing, liking, commenting, doing all that good stuff. Just to let y'all know, we got Instagram live videos, we got YouTube videos, we got all kinds of different productions. That's why we call ourselves Litty Productions. Make sure y'all hit me up if y'all looking for something at Litty Willie _, Litty Show Productions on Instagram, all that good stuff. Just make sure you hit me up. We out.
It's the Litty Show, the Litty Show.
You know the fucking vibes, man.
They're human.
They're human.
I'll say they're human.
Right.
I feel like we hold them to a high pedestal. We view them as gods and just humans.
Right. Apologies. What's a sincere apology and what's a staged apology, in your opinion?
A sincere apology is, I don't know, because nowadays, the apology has to be done through social media. Because an apology, for me, if I did something wrong, in my eyes, I'll go to the person that I did the wrong to, I guess, and formally apologize, right? And then we'll go, I guess, to the media and say, hey, listen, I had a conversation with such and such, and I apologize formally, and I regret my actions, and I hope that we can move forward from this. But nowadays, I feel like even if you apologize for something that maybe you did or you did not, right? Because with him, the facts are there.
Well, I want to focus on his situation in particular, where the physical abuse to Cassie, they put it out, they put it on camera, it happened. I don't want to talk about any kind of allegations that we have no facts of, but I want to talk about
the ones that we do. The
fact of the matter. And the fact of the matter is he's on camera hitting his woman or his ex-woman. Him going on camera apologizing. I was reading something where he couldn't directly apologize to her according to their agreement or something, whatever. I don't know the logistics behind it. But should we be harsh on judging him with the facts and then him apologizing as a human being, or is there no coming back from that? Because you did state we are human.
Okay, I want to say that,
and I don't for the record, I don't condone in any kind of abuse towards anybody, especially domestic abuse
violence,
too.
Yeah, I feel like with violence and as far as domestic violence goes, for me, then I guess it just weights out to a personal morale or standard. I feel like with me that doesn't fly at all.
Right.
Especially to what I saw. If let's say we're doing a trial right now and then I was a juror, if I see that, I'm automatically rooting for you need to hit the can. For me, from a personal standpoint, I could be wrong. Yeah, you're a human. You made a mistake. But I've always said, no matter how drunk I may be, no matter how high I may be,
You'll never put your hands on.
I'll never. Yeah, I will never, or will never do something that I understand that I may regret, and God forbid, I may make it. But I'll retract myself forever for that mistake, and there may be no coming back from that mistake. But I have to, I have to take it on.
And I ask these questions because sometimes we may look at physical worse than mental, or physical worse than emotional, and or verbal.
Yeah.
I think when we see, and like I said, once again, I don't stand for no kind of domestic violence, especially a man and a woman. But I do believe that there are situations where people are in worse situations when it comes to mental or emotional abuse.
Yeah.
And that doesn't get shine on,
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's like manipulation doesn't get. You can't see manipulation.
Right.
You can see physical.
Right.
But you can see mental and emotional. So I feel like you don't shine that much. And if it was mental, you may just say, "Oh yeah, maybe he was wrong." But then if it's physical, it's like, yeah, he's totally wrong.
And like I said, for people that know me, I posted like Diddy. That's not right, and it's not a laughing matter. So I'm trying to be the person in the middle of this whole scenario, because at no time he's correct for doing this, and at no time nobody's correct for doing anything wrong. But as celebrities, I guess my question again is, do they get a pass to be apologetic? Or is it once you do something, you're done?
I mean, what would you feel like if there weren't a celebrity and you find out there was just a friend? What do you think about that?
Well, I look at this whole scenario as in being a father to a girl.
Okay.
So I look at it as, I don't care if my daughter was dating somebody famous or not famous.
Yeah.
How would I feel if that was my daughter in that video? That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I probably would look at it from the same standpoint. Well, how would I feel if that's a family member of mine?
Right. But then again, now, to get a little bit biblical, it's like, where's the Christian people where they say, maybe he did what he did, and
God forgive you. God forgives you.
Right. Does somebody, and it's funny because I say this, and then somebody was on the internet saying that now he's going to get rich off a church because he's going to go and turn himself into a church person.
Into a preacher.
Well, not a preacher, but just, change man to God. So, and I'm not laughing at the situation. It's just so funny. And we were talking about this earlier, how the internet, you can't win with the internet.
Yeah, no, you can't. You always lose. And I think the reason why you always lose is because they'll always portray, they'll always portray what should not be portrayed. Or they always will shine a light onto and shouldn't be shining a light onto.
Right.
It's like too much information can actually kill you. And I think that's actually, I heard that the internet was a gift and now it's becoming a curse, because now it is too much information being put out there. Because even to like, what would happen if, for example, you see a man and a wife and they're married and they have kids and they seem like a good couple, and then the kids grow up, they become great parents, and then years from that they find out that actually their parents were abusive to each other and stuff like that, but they were great parents.
Right.
Will you judge them?
Right.
So but what happened if that information goes public? I don't know.
Yeah, no. I listen. I get you, because I kind of stand on that with my own personal self, because see, I do wear my flaws openly. I'm a person that I openly admit what I do wrong, how I do wrong, and the things that I'm trying to do better at. But one thing I stand strong on, and I think that's what's the best thing to do as a human, especially being a human on the camera, is you have to be true. Because
transparent.
Right. The one thing I do stand strong on is I'm a good father. I make mistakes. I do stupid shit. I talk fuck shit. I go crazy sometimes with being a person that is overly thoughtful, I should say. I'm passionate about everything I do. Let's put it like that.
Okay.
Sometimes it comes off
too much,
arrogant. aggressive, whatever it may be. But I also stand on the fact that I'm a great father.
Yeah, just the pillar.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And those being a great father is what makes me try to work on all my flaws. Because I see them and I don't want to reflect it onto them.
Right.
I don't want them to see me as that person.
Right.
You know, I don't want them to see what people that may not even know me 100% see me as. Because there may be people on the internet that see you on the internet.
Yeah,
but they don't know you in real life.
And they see that part of you outside and they're like, oh,
right.
What is this?
Right. And I never want to get in any sort of point in life where my kids will ever think I am who I am on the internet versus in person.
Right.
So that's why I try to be as transparent as I can with them everywhere I go. And like I tell people, and I said this before to you, I think if you are who you are everywhere you go, obviously with some sort of control. Again, I can't be me on the internet at work, but you know, you still are that person. So as long as if you are who you are everywhere you go, I think you'll be all right. But you always have to have respect. And that's one thing that I've learned hitting my 30s, actually, 36 now, learning how to respect not people, but people's feelings.
Okay.
People's feelings, not people. Respecting people and respecting people's feelings are two different things.
Right.
Because I may not respect you,
but I respect your feelings.
But I respect how you feel, and I respect that what I do or say can make you feel or think a certain way.
Right, exactly.
So I'm not changing or crashing out to make you feel better.
Right.
I'm just doing it in consideration of your views and feeling as a human. Because there may be some things that I say that I don't give a fuck about, but I know it'll bother you.
Exactly. Yeah, so let me not head that way.
Right.
I'll show you, yeah.
Because the ignorant person, well, I don't give a fuck how you feel. That's ignorant. And there's consequences to that. Because you might tell me, well, you don't give a fuck how I feel, okay.
Yeah, right.
You know, and then it leads up to something
it's like, I guess the closest thing you can say from that is like Mike Tyson started to Mike Tyson where he's at.
Yes. Yes.
Mike Tyson, I imagine, yep.
I just don't know how to fight like him.
No, but that's mental. That's where it's at. Like, for example, Mike Tyson, what was it he said? I saw an interview that it was a face-off, and I think he's yelling at the crowd, "Oh, come, you white boy!" He's yelling, he's looking like he's about to kill somebody. But then you see that, and then you see a few years later him reflecting on that, and then he kind of said that he stepped away from that persona because he said like I feel like a bitch, you're right, because I see that thing coming out, that person that I was, and I want to let it out, but I can't let it out because I now understand the damage that I can do.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a killer. Right. And then if I let it out, I'm a killer. You know, like, but I have to contain it. Now I learn how to contain it because I know how wrong it is. It may be, I saw it at a moment that it was right because it was that fighter, but then I have to learn how to tame it. So I guess you learn how to tame that anger. Or even from that, I think I told you this once, from that Rocky movie, that you have to learn how to tame that tiger that you have inside of you, because when you're young, you just want to, you're like, oh, fuck this guy, fuck this guy, and then
fuck everything, not even just this guy, fuck everything.
You're driving, somebody cut you off, you want to cut him off too, but then you start learning how that argument can lead up onto something else and take you onto like a trial and this and that, and then, or you have a kid, and then that's who's gonna take care of your kid if something happens. So you got you all the aspects as you grow, you become, I guess, maturity comes in that place.
Maturity,
yeah.
Sure.
That.
And I thank God I got it young, because I call it young. In my circles of people growing up, I say that I matured young versus.
I think so too.
I know people in 50s that are still.
And I always have that when I have an encounter with somebody like it's old and they do something that I would have done at my 20s. I'm like, why?
How?
Like, yeah, and kind of like I lose a little bit of respect from them, because I'm like, yeah, you're a human being, you make mistakes, but if you're this age, I'm expecting you to be above what I would have done in my 20s. Like, you already have 20 years above my experience. Why haven't you dominated that? But there again,
they have not gone with you.
I heard this self-improvement is forever. Like, self-improvement, will always be there for you. Mm-hmm. It's not
it's like the gym.
It's not. Yeah, it's like
you go to the gym forever. You don't go,
you stop going to the gym, you will lose all your progress. You have to go to the gym 24/7. Yeah,
Forever.
you'll never reach a peak, like a mountain. No, it's like you'll always be climbing until the day you die. You'll always learn something new. You know, you never know. Like, you know, you taught me about the Opus. Oh, I didn't know about Opus.
Right.
And the next day I can come in and teach you about a new website that just came in.
Right.
There'll always be something new. Always. It's your task to go ahead and reach it.
We went far off on the Diddy situation. So my last question to that is it fair for people to judge him for the allegations that he has, the other ones, trafficking, and or is it that just human nature where?
No, I think it's just human nature. And even with myself, yeah, I've judged him for the things that I've seen, but
We still can't prove that.
I think it's human nature to just automatically the small thing can become just a big viral thing, because anything can go viral if you say the right words.
Right.
You know, if you say those words, you're gonna blow up on the internet. And I feel like also media may just run with whatever, because It's been many times that, you know, you could say, you know, we're here sitting down and we're filming this, and then, you know, somebody can come in and maybe Renee comes in and, oh yeah, I saw Matic and Willie got into a fight. And
Yeah.
You know, that blows up, and then we're like, what the fuck? You know, nothing happened.
yeah.
You know, maybe we just had an argument, but
Right.
oh, they put
Or debate.
A debate, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, something like that. So they just roll and run with that. I feel like, but I'm not defending him whatsoever.
Right.
I'm not saying that, but to say the least, maybe it would have looked better
For sure.
if he would have come out earlier, before that video would have come out.
Right.
Because that's something else too. If you make a mistake, you should be able to show your face,
Own it
to the mistake.
ASAP. Right.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing that also is making me not want to root for him.
Right.
At the same time, I do root for him to
Be better.
Yeah, to be better as a human being.
Right.
But there's also some limitations onto like how much better can you get if you're this human being with kids, with this amount of financial growth, fame growth that you had. How much better can you get if you had all these opportunities, and in reality you chose a path?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you have that path. You can choose the path of greatness, and you can choose the path of flawness, I guess you may call it, or evilness per se. But I don't think the guy's evil. I have to see it with my own eyes.
Right.
Maybe, like you said, he made a mistake. The facts are there, but now you have to debate. I don't condone this.
And I don't even think we should call it a mistake. I mean, I think you just did some crazy erratic shit, and it was wrong.
Yeah.
And now you need to eat it. You need to seek help, like you, because he stated.
And figure out what happened.
Right. What's causing this? But as humans, we can't send people to hell. We can't chastise them to be.
Because even him, like, not to say this, but maybe the person that's chastising him may not even go to heaven, but he may go to heaven. I mean, like, that's crazy.
Dude, I had this debate with my girl, and it's funny. I'm sorry to go left.
No, you're.
But we had this conversation about Dahmer, Jeffrey Dahmer, and I told her, who are we
To judge that.
to say that he didn't find God before he died? Because she was arguing with me saying, no, he just did that. He just did that to cop out. He just did that or whatever. And I say, but he did some heinous, horrific,
horrible stuff. Yeah.
things that the devil we couldn't. But we're not God, so we can't say.
But you even to like not to the because me and my girl we're also having that debate too. Like as far as like how do you. All right, so we both grew. We're sane individuals per se.
Correct,
We can
correct.
say that.
Right.
But what would happen if you go back to history and then I see a young Willie or a young Caesar and then you do something, you move the bedroom a little bit slightly to the left, and then you know.
Correct.
Something cracks within your childhood,
Right.
and it changes you completely. What is there to say that you'll not become the next Dahmer?
And that's what I was explaining to her. I was explaining to her, you also have to understand that as crazy as it may sound, God does know our purpose or whatever it may be, or the higher being. there may be no purpose for somebody to get slaughtered.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, this person, I don't think and that was another debate we had. You couldn't be in your right mind to do what he did. Exactly. In my opinion, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist, but either you're on something that's altering your mind, like a drug or alcohol or something, or you're critically insane. Like there's no way
there's something you're viewing the world through a different lens
than the average. I shouldn't say normal, but then the average.
Because people that are great at things that they do sometimes are qualified and thought of crazy individuals.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know if you've seen this guy. His name is Andrew Huberman. He's a scientist. Great. I've seen his podcast 24/7. But himself, like in certain conversations, he has been he's been told that he's very serious. His demeanor is not the same as a regular individual, and that already kind of like
puts him on the spectrum.
Yeah, it makes him exhale, maybe in a good way sometimes, maybe in a bad way sometimes, because you're different.
Right.
But sometimes people feel different. But then there's two kinds of different. There's a different that, you know, you have this thing productive, and then you have the different that you're doing some weird stuff. But it's because you're viewing the world through a different lens. But then it's, I guess, maybe the parents' job or our job as a civilization or as the world to get that eye in this case, for example, Diddy. Maybe if it would have been caught at an earlier stage, maybe we could have evaded this.
This comes back to us being so judgmental. Yeah, we're as a civilization, we are very judgmental, especially here in America.
Of course,
we're really judgmental. So sometimes, like I started this off, like you said, he's human. We have this stigma of him being a celebrity, having to be perfect. So nobody's gonna take the time to say what's wrong with you.
Exactly.
They're just gonna hang out with you for the money, and then when you do something wrong, oh, you're fucked up, you're evil, you're not. You know what I'm saying? So, I think some celebrities or a lot of celebrities don't even get the fair shot of being treated as a human being.
But
and sometimes they don't even give you the opportunity as well, because maybe they're feeling
like they don't need
untouchable.
They don't need the opportunity. I don't need you to give me one. I already got it.
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
Do you think it's because maybe I don't know.
There's no right answer to this conversation either. It's just this is just like a.
It's question after question after question.
Pick your brain type thing.
Yeah, because I feel like I don't know. I feel like maybe it should be touched with. Every case obviously is different, but Correct. I feel like it's also a matter of whichever the case may be. For example, if you compare, and I know obviously you can't compare, but if you put both on the table with, for example, Dahmer and then Diddy, what is it to say that Dahmer could have not been the next a Diddy?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he could have gone, let's say, to. Because, all right, so I believe you saw the documentary. Mm-hmm. You saw the show, right?
Yeah, I seen the show.
So the
and
show
documentaries.
Was, yeah, so the show was like, he was a very shy individual. This guy that he was, I believe he was homosexual, right? He was gay. Bisexual, yeah, into that.
I don't even think he knew what he was, honestly.
I don't think so. But what if he found his call, I guess a calling, and then maybe became, let's say, into fashion?
Right.
What is it to say that he could have been an executive CEO of Prada?
He was also into films and things like that. It could have been anything.
He could have been the Spike Lee's right hand, something like that. And then you find out that this guy's been doing all these things on the side. There's this guy, John Wayne Gacy.
John was with the kids, the clown, and he was a politician in the city.
There you go. Yeah. And then you see all those things that they play out, and it's like, damn, how could you not see that through that person? Through. You also have the guy from, I don't know if you know this guy, but the Subway guy.
Jared.
How could you not see that through a person?
Well, the same thing with the Nickelodeon thing that's going on right now.
I don't know if you saw it. That one's
I seen that, yeah.
That one was great.
I've been following it. I mean, and I don't want to jump into the conspiracy theory, but I just want to keep that mentality of the human mind.
Exactly. I say all that to say this, like, how could you, once you realize that those mistakes were done, or that person's been doing that thing that you say, wow,
Right.
How was that accepted?
Or missed
so many times? Because there was not once, twice or 3 times. We're talking about almost 10.
And that's the problem I have with the people that are doing interviews on him, his security, his this, her. Where were you when all of this was happening?
Mm-hmm. Why were you accepting it?
Why were you accepting?
Why nobody went to, hey, I know you, Willie, for years, and I know you know somebody from the Miami-Dade Police Department. Hey, listen, this guy's doing some horrible shit.
Some crazy shit. Right.
I can't say anything, but I need you to say something.
Yeah. Because I'm sure they want NDAs as well. And I'm sure they want it. And I'm sure now, statute of limitations and...
Funny enough, I know, I'm not going to say names or whatever, but I know somebody that... I don't know if you saw that there was a shooting in the Donald Trump building.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly when, I don't know dates, but there's the shooting was done by this guy that, funny enough, was a security guard from Diddy.
Okay.
You saw it?
No.
So
I know there's one security guard right now that's talking on everything.
Yes. Well, apparently that guy did a shooting in Donald Trump's building. I know somebody that was working that night, and funny enough, that guy started saying that he was not only the security guard, but he was
Secret Service.
No, that he was not getting paid not only to be a security guard, but he was getting paid to be doing other type of activities.
Oh, okay, got you.
That's what I mean.
Got you.
For the parties and being involved in all those things, so he was giving in and feeding in onto those allegations that were there. But imagine that. Okay, so what if you not only know what's going on, but now you're feeding onto the thing?
Correct.
So, and you find people that. So how fucked up?
That's what I want to. That's the thing that I'm getting at. I mean, so Diddy did what he did, but there's a lot of people behind Diddy.
Exactly.
No Diddy.
Exactly. Then accepted
that were there, that may knew or seen, but it's like you're and I think it's all monetization, where now people want to come on and make money off of a story. Like, I want to interview. It could have been the guy that changed Diddy's spare tire on the limo, and he's gonna go on the podcast right now.
Hey,
I was with Diddy that day, and he was with Jay-Z. So, listen, no right or wrong answer. We don't condone what Diddy did. We don't condone none of the allegations that he's allegedly did. We're not condoning any of that. We're actually just trying to have, me personally, I don't want to put you in my I want to have a discussion on the human mind. And
and I feel like it's very fascinating just to realize how just one thing can make you go left and right. Thing make you go postal and just deceive you. Was there to say that, and I believe in Jesus, and I'm Catholic, Christian,
right.
I believe. Was it to say that Jesus Christ was not mentally insane?
We don't know. We weren't there.
Was it to say, because when the Bible says that he, water into wine, what happened if, it was the excitement of the moment. You get me? I'm not.
No, listen, you're not being blasphemous. You're not being blasphemous.
I pray every night. But was it to say not to? So, hence, and then also so if Jesus existed, what does it say that when Jesus says forgive, forgive, just, everybody has a chance to forgiveness.
I don't know what that is. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Although, listen, there are handicapped people that have superhuman strength as well. So you have to remember Jesus was crucified, stood alive,
so you can't
carried a cross. These are facts. There's no debate on. There may be a debate on God, but there's no debate on Jesus. Jesus was a human being that was documenting all this. So, like you said, what if he was just? He could have been, and I'm not saying this is about autistic.
Yeah, but there you go. And then, but nowadays we've grown so far to back then we didn't think like that.
And God forgive me for my ignorance and non-knowledge of maybe.
But knowledge of,
also, I'm human to debate this.
Exactly, and the human factor of it is that we shouldn't judge or condemn somebody for, I guess, the way of living, but maybe because of their actions.
Right.
But not only after the actions that we know that they've done, there is always a chance of redemption and forgiveness given to the cross of God and Christianity and Catholicism, I believe. But then I think that there should be a limit to there's always a line. I think it
comes with power and money. That's why back then there was a limit of money and power.
That's it.
It's good to be a businessman and make millions and billions, But then when you make enough money where you can make things disappear, that's temptation. Now you're walking into another avenue.
I saw that.
I don't care who you are.
There was a guy that I saw that he told somebody that he's like, I didn't want to be a god, but now I feel like a god because I can get anything I want because I have so much money. I can get anything I want. To that point that gets to your head that you're a god.
It's just think right now. Just think right now. You can buy anything and do anything you want with no kind of questions, no kind of concerns. Yeah. How would you feel?
Unstoppable.
You will eventually start doing shit that's not becoming of you as a character. Mm-hmm. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, you start growing out of your own skin.
Yeah, dude. Like, for example, you leave my house right now. We're hanging out, but you got that money that I'm telling you about. And you make a left and hit somebody's car, and they tell you, I'm gonna call the police, and you got $50,000 cash. You said, here, look, my bad, bro. I just dented your car. Yeah. That right there is the first level of you starting to now.
Yeah.
2 months later, you kill somebody with a car.
Hey man, I'm sorry.
But here's $3 million for your family. See where the shit goes, where the shit. And it takes a lot of willpower to not move to that next level.
To that, or even think about that.
Right.
To like, and that's that. I mean, yeah, you can call it bribing, but to not even start thinking about that, because even if I had the money, I wouldn't think about pain if I did something like that.
Right.
You know, I don't know. It's so weird to even like think that you're
think
capable.
about it, right?
Yeah, that you're capable. You could be capable of that.
But you are, because you're human. Because you're human. Like if, vengeance may even be one, where.
Yeah, how many people have had that chance of like, somebody does something horrendous to their family and they go to court, and they go and they shoot the guy right there.
Or if you have the money right now, and like I said, back to the scenario you're in, and somebody you cold-heartedly knew, somebody that you know where the person lives, you know where the person does, and that person came and they killed your mother because they tried to rob her and it was failed and they shot her, but you're worth $600 billion. Are you really gonna go to court? Are you really gonna go to court?
Of course not. Because if I have to, no, of course not.
So we went way down left on the YouTube hole. Shout out to High Noon. High Noon got us on the YouTube left.
High Noon had us on the High Noon.
Let's play your first song. I know you got two today.
Yeah.
All right.
Two. Actually, one played. I played it last time.
Okay.
The beginning, but I didn't play it fully. And I actually was gonna. I know that
you cleaned that one up.
Yeah, okay. I did. I know that I talked to you before about setting up that I'm planning on setting up a show. A day where I'll have people come in, maybe some performance.
A hip hop night.
Yeah, a hip hop night. So I actually wanted to show you a few tracks and see which ones you think maybe could be more. I don't want to say feasible, but maybe more active.
Crowd aesthetic.
Yeah. That. So I have this one that I believe I still have to. I will run it through Brant, but this one I mix it by myself, my own. Did it on my own. So I want to see what you think. But I think this is actually a good track. It's short. I wrote it so quick at work. I just like the vibe, and I originally didn't like the way that I was going with it. I just didn't think it was gonna be good, but then I heard, I guess I remember what Renee said back when he was here, saying like, give the track what it needs.
Right.
Like if it demands 40 bars, give it 40 bars, and then just move on. Yeah,
right.
That's it.
Let it rock.
Yeah.
You know the vibes is Litty Willie from Litty Productions. I want to thank everybody that's been supporting us, sharing, liking, commenting, doing all that good stuff. Just to let y'all know, we got Instagram live videos, we got YouTube videos, we got all kinds of different productions. That's why we call ourselves Litty Productions. Make sure y'all hit me up if y'all looking for something at Litty Willie _ Litty Show Productions on Instagram, all that good stuff. Just make sure you hit me up. We out.
It's the Litty Show. The Litty Show.
You know the fucking vibe, man.
Alright, so this is Mr. Miyagi.
Okay.
I be thinking I was born in the wrong time. Things don't be making sense. I've been writing 100,000 pages and I haven't taken breaks. Wax on, wax off, Mr. Miyagi techniques. Repetition, you know that is the key. But executing the mission is what will get you free. How dare. Hello? Yeah. Chasing greatness and competing. Only against myself. I'm the motivator of my inner circle when they be needing some help. Designated for the lead. Forming up the Justice League. Moving at a different speed. Visionary, got my eyes on the future, but physically here. This is the era I'm living. Racing up the bar that can't even reach it. Movie state to state, I came overseas. A younger side when I roll in this bitch. Feeling like Mike Tyson, heavyweight champion of the world. Ready to deliver pain. Rolling and getting higher than a satellite. We don't need a Mary Jane. Peter Parker top of flows. Swinging around on my city, they know what I'm on. I came in a sign, I conquer. Still got a lot of work, but I'm on to making it big. And finally living the dream. Many thought it was just a game. Didn't know that I would write for days. Many hours that I spent with the pen. This is just my great obsession, I guess. All the doubts that I had got burning from the ashes I rise. Seeing burning bushes, I got the signs. Being strategic, my family counting on me to be the first, making some millions. Not the fight was just a prison. Gotta believe in myself. What you know about nobody, supporting your passion, losing the traction. A lot of distractions left and right. You gotta handle your business. If not, you gon' end up swimming with the fishes. So many friends that I lost and the few that I keep. Counting them every night before I sleep. Knowing your enemy, knowing yourself, that's how it be. Talking to myself, I am the best confidant that could ever exist. I'll be feeling I was born in the wrong time. I'll be feeling, I'll be hitting different flows. I'll be getting out my zone. M to the A to the T to the I to the C. Writing what I like and not what you think. Go ahead and follow trends, while I go ahead and follow what I believe. And what I'ma be. I guess this is it.
It's 4 hours.
I'm writing my notes. Hold on.
Go.
So, Mr. Miyagi, you didn't play that one last time.
I think I played the beginning, but then I stopped. As soon as we started the
Before
live.
the show, yeah. I was say before the show.
Yeah.
Okay, so another. I gotta give you your credit first of all. You're killing it on the B switches.
Thank you.
I know that was something that you said you were.
Yeah, I'm like working.
But you're killing it.
Thank you.
The B switching, you're killing it. You call it Mr. Miyagi. I would have named that song New PR Music.
New PR music.
That's like when you're in the gym and you hit a new PR. Like that's like the ambition type sound I hear on it. But yeah, dope. I think that's another dope gym. Motivational song, yeah. Okay. Maybe not only gym, but just a sports, something active, something active. My family counted on me to be the first to make millions.
Yeah. I do see myself as that. I do think about that 24/7. Yeah, I've always but that's what I'm saying. Like when I started writing that, and I put. The Mr. Miyagi techniques, repetition, you know that. And when I was like there, I didn't feel like I was writing something. I was like, I could write this song like I can write 5 verses to this song, right. But I like, what am I gonna write to? Like, what am I saying? What's the message? So right. Maybe I can just say what I need to say, come in and come out. So I feel like with that, those like specifically those words, I think with me, I do feel that I have that burn with my family that I and even I guess I know that they don't think like that of me, but I do put that weight on myself. Like I have to
maybe not them looking at you like that with money, but they look at you as $1 million investment itself. Like
maybe exactly, or be the one to help them push
to that next level,
elevate them like that.
Not money wise, but you may look at it in your aspect, sense, right? But they just look at you as like the $1 million baby.
Yeah, no, I get you though. Yeah, like the person that they're looking to be the key.
Right.
I guess.
Right,
I don't know.
That
makes sense.
Right. I think that's why the hard time comes from them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think the pressure you get from your family, like I think it's you not understanding them and them not understanding you, but at the same time, at the same time, really, you not wanting to accept the ideologies that you have, but you do understand them, and them not wanting to accept the ideologies that you
Ah,
have,
yeah.
but they do understand them, and
Exactly.
I think low key they do value it, just same way you low key value how they want you to be
Right.
the best you can be and be this thing and that. But I do think that they low key as well look at you like, this motherfucker ain't doing what we want him to do, but
Yeah,
he's
exactly. But he's doing his own thing.
he's making us proud. They see the bigger picture of your drive, your ambition, your consistency, your dedication, your commitment, all those things. I think that sometimes you think that they don't see those things, but they really do. Because honestly, if you think about how you do look at your parents, if you weren't the person that they wanted you to be, they would probably be on your ass 10 times more.
100%.
And they would probably be way more vocal with you.
Yeah, I'd be like, what the
Yeah.
fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
I feel, you're right. Yeah,
But it's just, it's cultural difference too. Big cultural difference.
Yeah, I think that's also a big clash because since I'm not doing what they probably seen other people before them be doing, I'm doing something way different to be done. They don't know how to process it, but they kind of accept it.
Never said this on camera. I've been a security officer for 18 years. I've been a security manager running a $2.9 million contract for the past 15 years. I started when I was 21 managing it. I didn't have much conversation with my father. My father lived in New York. I would go see my father, and when I first started doing security 17 years ago, I went to work with my father when I was 21. He's a truck driver. He would take me, introduce me to other people in his job, whatever. Introduce me, tell him, oh, he's a security guard. He's working on being a police officer. Blah blah blah. That wasn't true. 5 years passed by. I wasn't allowed to go to work with my father no more. Come to find out, my father would tell people in his job that I was a police officer and I did working on being a detective and this. Yeah, like he wanted me to be something that didn't exist. Yeah. So his ideology of me becoming a security officer was thinking I was going to be a police officer. And yeah, so just think about that.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So it and whatever. That's I think that just comes down to the cultural differences.
Yeah.
The maybe guilt of you living the things you didn't want to do or things you couldn't do, whatever the case may be.
Living them through your kids.
Right. So I say this to you, not to make you feel bad, but to sometimes think.
Yeah, I understand.
Maybe they just don't understand, but I know that if you weren't doing something that they didn't approve of, they would have been on your ass way more.
Yeah, of course. And that's something that I believe that I'm not that out there, and I told you this before. Like I'm not out there, I'm drinking, all that crazy stuff. Obviously they would have seen that.
Right.
But
just not even working, not being ambitious.
Exactly, or not doing anything at all productive per se.
Productive, correct. Because I'm sure when they see you on the computers with the music and this, that they may not understand it, but you're at home.
Yeah, exactly.
You're doing something that it's a good solid character.
It's not like I'm just sitting around playing video games.
Right. Or good, just sitting fat at home watching TV and movies and shit.
Or even not to, I guess.
And I'm fat. I can say that. Sorry.
Not even to say like playing video games because you can even be playing video games and nowadays you can become famous out of that. But you're not, I guess, seeing a future. Because I remember will.i.am's the story that he was telling me. His mom will always come to his room and be like, "What are you doing? You're putting so much time into this and it's not giving you any money." And he's like, "I'm putting the time and understanding that it's not gonna give me money because I know later on it will."
But that right there, as a parent, it gets you angry, but you understand that you installed something into them that are giving you that kind of answer versus, oh, fuck you, mom, you always bother me. Not fuck you, mom, but you always fucking bother me, leave me alone, right? So an educated answer gives them hope. And that's the kind of answer maybe you would give them.
Yeah, you're investing yourself onto something. And my dad told me the other day, I never told him about the music, so he's like, oh, like, you do music? I'm like, yeah, it's something that I'm trying out. I'm like, I'm not trying it out. Obviously, I've been doing it for years, but I get that was my answer to him. I'm trying it out. I'm seeing, my options where it's taking me, because obviously it's one thing to say, oh, I'm thinking about it. Another thing is to say, oh, I'm doing it.
Correct.
I'm going ahead and moving forward with it.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, any field, whether it's medical, arts, anything, you have to go in, and then they put you on the spot, and it's like, all right, good luck, figure it out.
Right.
And then you either sink or swim.
Right.
And 95% of the times you swim, 5% of the time you sink. But then you learn. Yeah. But I think that's part of the process. You have to, whether you sink, life will find a way to make you swim.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's anywhere possible. You buy your first home, your first apartment. Maybe the first time you have to sleep on the floor. Maybe this, 2 weeks from now you sleep on a mattress. And then now you not only have a mattress, you have a TV, and then you kind of like life just gets its way around. It's like kind of like the universe. They say that you have to keep on knocking on the universe door all the way until they give you the answer. But if you stop knocking, you can't get mad if they don't answer the door.
Like I tell people, you can't win the lotto if you don't play it. Because I bitch to my brother. My brother will win. Now my brother has won and lost a lot, but he wins scratch offs because he plays a lot. But he gave me that theory. I was like, bro, I never fucking win. He's like, when's the last time you played it? I'm like, you're right.
Yeah.
I was like, but I'm not willing to lose the money you lose.
You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take.
Right. Damn. So before we go into the next song, I want to keep the current event alive. Drake and Kendrick, the beef's cooled down. It's cold. Here's my opinion. I put it on Facebook the other day. They went for me, but I had a lot of people support. Yeah. I haven't talked about it, and I actually saved it for you for my show. Because I'm telling you right now, I've had a lot of people hit me up and says you need to do a YouTube video on the beef. You need to. And I'm not a beef person. I really don't. I let it play out. I like to talk about it at the end. My opinion is Kendrick won the battles, but Drake won the war. That's my final.
Why you say it? Okay, all right. Why you say that?
Because Kendrick didn't accomplish making Drake irrelevant.
I'll check on you in a few months.
Okay.
I'll check. I want to wait until summer.
Okay.
I want to wait until
Fair
summer.
enough.
Yeah,
I believe that.
I want to wait until summer, and the reason why I said that is because.
So if in the summer Drake has fallen off,
I'll say your statement is not correct.
But if Drake is still popping,
I'll say your statement is right.
Okay.
The reason why I say that is because I feel like Not Like Us is gonna be jammed right after you play Views from Drake, or if you're reading this, it's not too late. It's too late. Sorry. I think that's gonna be played. And this happens all the time on my phone. Every time I play Not Like Us, the next song is a Drake song. Or every time I play, a Drake song, the next song is Not Like Us.
Yeah.
I feel like what's gonna be played this summer is gonna be Not Like Us. Not only because it was taken instead of a diss song, it was a whole commercial song, and I still think that Kendrick has a bunch of stuff that he's probably gonna keep on releasing.
Yes. I mean,
so
there's no loser.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
There's no, because both. It's like it was an exhibition fight at the end of the day.
There's a resurrection of just album sales and record sales.
Everybody got a piece.
Dude.
It's like Mayweather and Pacquiao when they fought. Yeah, whoever lost, but they both made a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
And nobody thinks about it. Everybody, he lost. Yeah, but who took? They're all sitting at home like eating a nice ass meal with their family.
That's right. Now, people were like people were getting really serious with me on Facebook. Like they went into the child. But I'm like, bro, y'all way too deep into this, bro. Like
now, there is this thing with academics and this guy. I don't know if you saw Ebony Prince, 24K. That he was putting out the information. So I don't know if you saw the I think it is the Meet the Grams cover or 16 cover was like some clothes,
the gloves and this and that.
Yeah.
That was true.
So that those items were lost were evidence that Drake had lost or left in a hotel, and somebody from the hotel got actually fired this is the story. I'm not saying it is true, but apparently the whole story is in Twitter apparently.
Right.
And the person that got fired from the hotel, he was fired apparently because of Drake's doing, and that person retrieved those items and sold them to Kendrick, and those items have evidence of Drake taking drugs, his clothes, and also receipts and services that Drake had requested. Services with there's this I forgot his name. I don't know if you've seen you have not, but it's so deep that I'll show you after.
Mm-hmm. I was reading on it because I seen that there were a lot of people saying it was drugs, but then they were saying it was medication.
It was medication, yeah.
It wasn't drugs like
the medications, yeah. I think the reason why he said drugs, I think he's just probably like emphasizing it more, obviously,
right.
Putting more fire onto just the small flame. But there is also speculations, and there's a shot of a security camera, that you can see this journalist that he suffers from. He's one of those people that he's disabled,
mm-hmm.
and he's short, and apparently Drake and him were related,
mm-hmm.
to doing some
having a good time.
Yeah, having a good time onto that aspect, and that comes to be related to the LGBT community and all that speculation stuff like that. So with that being said, apparently, I keep on saying apparently because it's not sure. It's not sure.
We don't know.
This guy just kept on posting stuff and be like, "Oh, you decline. You keep on denying my claim."
I seen that. Yeah.
And then he kept on posting stuff, and he posted a picture from the security camera.
Mm-hmm.
Then he posted a video of him having all those items that he sold to Kendrick. Apparently, that he sold to Kendrick those items.
They were also saying that Kendrick made that Twitter.
That Twitter account, but I think they found out the person that's behind the Twitter account.
Behind that Twitter account.
Yeah, it's some guy, but I mean, he's just
who knows
going after. Maybe he's going after Drake. Maybe he works with Drake. Who knows? I believe that the reason why the song is gonna be played more than Drake, or this song, I guess this year may just debunk Drake, is because I honestly cannot see Drake on top of Kendrick for some reason. I just
Diddy.
can't. No Diddy. Yeah. No Diddy.
I'm messing with you.
No. I have to say that now.
I look at it like when I was in high school. No, bullshit. When I was in junior high school, middle school, wrestling was popping at that time. Like DX, Shawn Michaels, Triple H. There's this time, it was an era, but everybody in school was taking it so serious, and I was like, I liked it, I was enjoying it, but I was like, y'all know this is not real, right? That's how I look at it, like this. Like, I feel like this is all just, like, people are digging way too deep, and I think, think about it. We're talking about Dr. Dre's label, because I think TDE is under Aftermath, if I'm not wrong, maybe, or if not, whatever.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, TDE being the label that they are, and then Drake being backed by Universal. Do you think that somebody's not smart enough to make this look like a whole dramatic soap opera?
It's money for both.
You guys really think that these things that they're saying about each other are real? Or they're just fabricating little things to make it enticing? I mean, you got to remember, these are also mastermind artists. These are not like basic artists. These are artists that can go into a booth, tell a story, and rap on that story, especially Kendrick. Yeah. So, could they be doing things to fabricate to make the listener like writing a book?
But there again, that comes like you have to draw the line between you're a bestseller.
Not a hip hop.
No, right. But then you become the bestseller, or the best. If you want to take it like that, because you're a storyteller.
Right.
You're the bestseller, or you're the best storyteller, and then I believe that with that.
I think they're okay with both being the position they're in.
Right, but I feel like with Drake, and then I guess that's my view on to the point, which is, I guess I debate your point, your statement,
of the war and
the
the
war,
battle.
yeah, and the battle is I think I view Drake as a good as a good bestseller.
Yeah.
And I viewed Kendrick as a good storyteller, but also bestseller.
Agreed.
So
Agreed.
but so I think that the one that sticks always to the story, and the story always, I guess checks out.
As Matic being the artist that you are.
I think
honestly, that's your craft. That's you. You have to stand by this.
Like, you stand on what you say.
You have to.
You mean what you say. You say what you do, or you say what you mean.
You have to.
I think with Kendrick, like I always divert myself onto Kendrick. Yes, I discovered Kendrick first, then Drake. Right. And I root for Kendrick, obviously, but to give, I guess I do give Drake his flowers, but I guess my view just goes on to the point that I can hear all the diss songs that Drake did. It doesn't resonate with me.
Because you're an MC. Because you're an MC.
Right? Yeah, you can say that.
People that have an MC. See, I that's why I'm in favor of both of them. And I always say, in my opinion, Drake would never be relevant. Drake's too far.
Okay.
Drake can never, like, I hate to say it, like, Drake's on a 50 Cent level. Drake's on a Eminem level. Drake's on a Lil Wayne level. You can't forget these people. They're never going to be forgotten.
Yeah.
They're never going to be closed down. They're never going to be... You got to understand, these are A-list celebrities.
Right.
A-list celebrities. I'm not talking about A-list rapper. That's different. Because if you want to say that, 50 Cent is not he's not the top 10 lyricist. He's a good rapper. He's one of my favorite rappers.
Right.
But lyrically, I mean,
yeah,
I could tell you Fabulous is better than 50 Cent when it comes to rap.
Black Thought on top of
a whole bunch of people. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to an A-list artist, how can you make Drake be relevant? You tell me that. As much as you don't want to answer it, how could you make Drake be? I think that's why Drake chose those two
tracks,
two avenues. To
touch
on racism. I mean race, and to touch on pedophilia.
Yeah, to hit you on those.
That's the only way. How else could you make this man like? Yeah. How else could you bring Drake down?
Yeah, you're right. Those points, those are eminent points to touch. Yeah, you can't discuss that.
Drake being the artist as he is now, I hate to say it, and don't disrespect to no creeds, color, people. Even if Drake could turn over to LGBTQ whatever, and still
it can still be relevant.
It's not gonna go.
Yeah, but then again, like you go as, I think Drake, and I saw Mos Def saying this. They asked Mos Def, "What do you think about Drake?" He said, "There's a lot of skews." He said, "There's a lot of skews because there's a lot of sales, a lot of commercial. Yeah. It's great, but okay." Asking from a regular perspective, if I tell you to choose Drake or Mos Def, who would you choose?
Mos Def. But
that's you. But then
some people may not even know who Mos Def is.
You're one in a million.
Right.
You're one in a million. If I ask my sister right now, she's 14 years old.
Drake.
Oh, who's Mos Def? Mos Def? Oh, most definitely. Oh, yeah. That's it's like you don't know who it is. Fabulous. Who's Fabulous?
Right.
But you
know
who Post Malone is.
Right.
And I don't have anything against Post Malone, but you know.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. You're a minority on that section of choosing the righteous rather than the, I want to say, corporate or maybe commercial route.
I think they're a winner for both what they represent. I think Kendrick is the winner of the rapping, and Drake is going to be the winner of just
the commercial. But I think the issue that comes in is like Drake is Canadian, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Weeknd is Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
There's another artist. I forgot his name.
Nav.
Yes, yes, he's Canadian too.
Tory.
Yes, and they all, well, excluding Tory. Tory Lanez?
He's from Canada. Yeah.
Wow. Well, okay, but let's exclude him for a second.
Okay.
They all stay in his lane, per se. I want to say like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have Drake trying to establish, he's like, not only I stay in my lane, but I can go to your lane.
Everything and do everything else.
Yeah, and I can do it better than you.
Right.
So I think that's where the whole conflict comes in. Maybe you can say that and then establishing like, hey, stay on your lane. Because if
somebody came and told him, like Kendrick said, no.
Yeah, you
relax.
Stay on your side. Yeah, you know what I mean. And then I guess
I
obviously
thought J. Cole was gonna do that. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, and then I also saw that I saw that the person that talked them out was Schoolboy Q. Apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that at his show, the Schoolboy
talked J. Cole out.
J. Cole out to talk with Kendrick because he said that this is gonna be too personal. Apparently.
You don't want this smoke.
You don't want this, yeah. and I think that was actually honorable and mature, because I don't think that Kendrick, he probably had, it's like almost like he was a sniper and he was preparing and he had the scope and like J. Cole's right there in front and then he has to hit J. Cole to get Drake, and then he's like, bro, I don't want to hit you. He's like, Schoolboy Q, move out of the way,
straight.
Get him out, because I think that, and that's why, and apparently there's a post
because Kendrick's a savage. Yeah. Kendrick's going for anybody.
Yeah, and
if
that's
you don't want to move, you
what apparently Euphoria, what was it? Euphoria was 19 minutes. Apparently, I don't know if you saw that. And apparently, also because I saw there was a post of somebody that went in and was with Kendrick when all these songs were recorded and all these were done in I think the process of a day, I believe, or two. And then also one of Drake's ghostwriters came out and did a diss to Drake. I don't know if you saw that.
Mm-mm.
His name is Daylight, I believe it is.
Daylight, the battle rapper?
I think so, yeah.
The tattoos on his face?
Yes,
okay.
Yes. He's apparently he has written for Drake.
Okay.
And then he came out and did a diss.
No, Daylight's also known for shenanigans. So.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I don't know. Daylight.
Right,
He's a crazy battle rapper.
Yeah, no,
and
that's
sick.
I have not seen the battle, the battles that he's been, but I did hear the song, and then it's just.
I don't give people a grain of salt when they start talking crazy Illuminati things.
Okay, yeah.
He's a big conspiracy theorist. He's a great rapper.
Well, separating that from what I read was that Daylight came to Kendrick and spoke with Kendrick, and Kendrick told him like, I'm gonna annihilate this dude.
Yeah.
And then he had that plan. Apparently, like, he knew the moves that he was gonna make, and then he made those records before, and then Not Like Us was already recorded, and then he just went and touched it after he said Family Matters.
I'm the only I can say the only diss, because Kendrick, I've been a Kendrick fan. I've been a Kendrick fan over J. Cole. I've said it on camera all the time. He's a beast. He ain't nothing to fuck with. Y'all don't want to fuck with him. You don't need to fuck with him.
You don't want the smoke.
Yeah, you don't want that kind of smoke when it comes to hip hop. The only problem, I don't want to say problem, the only distaste I had in my mouth, pause, was the fact that I feel like Kendrick did pull a little stunt that a lot of people pull these days, where they pretend to like you and hang out with you and shout you out, but they really don't like you. And then when and then when it's time that they don't have to like you no more, then they go out and do it. I think that's some snake slime shit.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
Because there is a lot of. I was watching an Instagrammer, not YouTuber, Instagrammer, where he was breaking down how many rappers were just like praising Drake, including J. Cole, including Kendrick, thanking him for bringing them on tour, this, that, and the other. But you have this much malicious hate in your heart, in your music.
Do you think that gets built on because you start seeing the person that they really are?
Maybe.
But
why didn't you jump out the window 5 years ago? You waited for Drake to do something to then have to do it? I just feel like if you got that pressure, it's on go. It's on go 24/7.
It's a cup being filled.
Yeah,
and then it overflows.
But listen, I'm still with Kendrick. Like, as rapping, like
right,
yeah.
Yeah. But it's also.
And it's not personal. I don't know these dudes from a hole in the wall.
It goes back to the point that we were touching on earlier. Like, how did you go so far without noticing the real? And I've heard this a bunch of times. The last time you meet somebody, you get to really know somebody the last time you see them.
Yeah, facts.
So for the last time you see somebody, you see the true colors. The last time you see them, the last time that they acted, the last action, that friend that betrayed you, you see who they really are. You recognize that snake, but you thought it was a...
But why not keep it... If it was comrades in the beginning...
Why not keep it...
behind the door, like, yo, I just don't fuck with you, bro. Like, because nobody has ever came on and said... Kendrick said, listen, I just don't fuck with you like that, bro. from what all this looks like, somebody did something to piss somebody off.
Yeah, that's how it looks like. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody either fucked somebody's wife, somebody stole some sort of money, somebody did some foul ass shit where it started with Future and Metro, where it's like, and it's like Kendrick then jumped on to this because Future, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it was already, the fire was already there, and just Drake just came in, and
because
it's almost like Kendrick was a bullet rather than the gun. He was used.
I don't know.
So.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it like that. So I'm telling you, like, and personally, I don't want to get into none of their bullshit. I really don't give a fuck. I'm in it for the WWF, but I just how people were literally like they're ready to sell their kids to prove that one party's right.
Well,
like the people are passionate on Facebook with me. Like
I saw Big Daddy Kane talking like how he wasn't infatuated about the beef because it seemed like he said back then, in my time when we had a diss record, we would just look at like, I could say, you know, your mama's so fat that she can't fit through the door.
Right.
And that's not true, but the bar was, you know, it's hot. And then the bar is hotter than what you said. Yeah, he bit you. You know, it's like a battle rap. You know? You may say, you know, I can fly through the moon and bring a planet and throw it at you. Or it's like, oh shit, and then you're like, I don't know what else to say. He won. That's it. It's not true. It's a metaphor, hyperbolics, but he won because the bar was hot. But he said like that was back in my time, and I think that's how disses are. But everybody's just so focused on. Yeah, he said High Noon's so good.
The drama,
yeah, the drama, looking at this, looking at that, and yeah, I did understand
the bloggers and all that. And I'm like, bro, yeah.
And to a point, it just became like you're just looking for the drama. You're going at, oh, is this true?
That's why.
And yes, I am a victim that I went in and I'm like, oh, is this true? What the fuck? You know what's going on? But I believe that if you take the drama out and you put, I don't want to say commercial, or if you put sound wise or vibe wise, I think, and Not Like Us kind of debunks or takes everything that Drake said out the table. Until Drake, and I think we said last time, until Drake comes back, and I don't think he is, to put a hotter song than that. Because, for example, if Drake comes in and does a
I don't know what Drake can do at this moment.
I can't say a hotter song than
no,
Not Like
I
Us.
don't know what Drake can do lyrically to regain a lyrical win at this point. I mean, he would have to literally do some like Eminem 8 Mile
track. Yeah.
Yeah, like literally come out and just. And on top of that, I think if he had Drake's only way he can come out now and win a lyrical battle is by dropping a 8 out of 10 lyrical track, but a 10 out of 10 factual track, and just put everybody's name in it with all kinds of
going
dirt
at
in
every
it.
single person.
Like how 50 Cent dropped How to Rob, or in the Black at the end of 8 Mile when he's like, "You're right, I am a fucking bum. I do live in a trailer with my mom." Like something where he just goes ham and just destroys everybody, which I don't think he has. So,
but there again, I think that should have been addressed as soon as Not Like Us hit the streets.
Right now, like I give it to Kendrick, and the BBL Drizzy Future, Metro doing that. That's just classic. Every fucking page I go to, somebody's freestyling because you know what he did, right? He put the track out.
And be like, "Oh, go crazy with it."
Yeah, he said whoever has the best track, he'll put it posted. So, dude, that's like you got like 100 million people now.
I didn't know about BBL Drizzy. My friend put me on it. I was like, "This is insane."
So it's genius. It's genius.
Yeah,
it's fucking genius.
But I feel like I feel like
I think that's dope beef though. That's cool beef.
That's cool beef, yeah. But I feel like what's going on also around those, like for example, Metro, Future, Kendrick, and all. It's just everybody's trying to tell him you're not as good as you think you are because A, B, C, and D.
Do you think he's kind of sort of something good if he got everybody against him? What does he have?
No, I mean, I don't think that you don't need to be some sort of good. I think you can't be good, but you can still be able to reach a certain level because
everybody
you don't need to be a Donald Trump to $100 million company, but Donald Trump could come in and be like, let me prove to you that you're not who you say you are.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're trying to just, they don't care about, putting him under the rug. Maybe they just care about showing that he's not the God that he claims he is. Right. Maybe like that. Oh, God's plan. The truth of the matter, it was God's plan to show you who the liar was. He a fan. Honestly, I can't get the song out of my head, but I feel like that's their mission.
Right.
I want to say maybe it's just to show like hey, listen, yeah, you're a good rapper, you're a good creator, you're a good music maker, but you're just
you're there.
You're not like us.
You're there. And let's not forget the honorable mentions. We got Rick Ross, and then we got The Game that did, and that one confused me because Ross went at Drake, The Game went at Ross, but The Game is with Kendrick.
No, I think The Game is just trying to get.
But he's not. It wasn't trash. But I fuck with Ross, so
it wasn't trash either. But I think The Game is just trying to get
jump on the wave.
Yeah, I think Drake. The Game did also a track, a diss track to Eminem.
Yeah, that's old. Yeah, it was on
and
his
Eminem
album.
didn't respond at all.
This is album.
It's like
The Game. I always tell people this: The Game is an outstanding rapper. The only thing that hinders The Game is he has to stop beefing with people. Stop beefing with people, bro. Just make good music. You're a great fucking rapper, bro. You don't need to beef with nobody, bro. You're great.
All the tracks from The Game back then.
He's great. He's really good. He's just you got a lot of hating, or they did you really wrong that you gotta, bro. You don't need to diss them. You make good fucking music. You ain't gotta do that. Shout out to The Game. Both albums, I said this already, but both artists' sales went crazy.
Yeah, of course.
The numbers they're probably sitting back and not even caring about this beef no more.
No.
The spike in fucking plays and
saying all these things that they're saying because there was also controversy.
Drake probably still gets paid off of fucking Degrassi, and that shit probably is getting booming right now.
Everybody's like, my girlfriend didn't know about that.
You see, look at that, bro. You see,
he was famous. I didn't know.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff going on the TikTok, he did his nose, and then apparently that he's Jew, and he's hiding that, and left and right, and it's like,
who cares? Like I said, I just think they're probably. I think they're really not worried about this. I really think that they're sitting back right now and they're like, "Fuck him. I don't care. Fuck him. Whatever. Keep talking about me. He got my numbers going up." Final question: do you think there'll ever be comrades after this? The day before they die? Well, that's a long time.
Well, Jay-Z and Nas.
Yeah, that's why I asked you that.
They went at it like that.
Very bad. I think there's a possibility considering the fact that there's no street shit going on.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think
50 Cent Ja Rule will never happen because that was street shit.
I think there is, but I don't think Kendrick will accept that. I think Kendrick seems like a good person to, go the high road, but I don't think with that person. I think
singing, drinking in a hotel. No.
Yeah, I think that if it was J. Cole, yes. I don't think he'll do it with Drake. He'll probably say like
J. Cole. Yeah. J. Cole wouldn't even want to step in the beef. Of course, J. Cole would have done it.
Of course, yeah, but I don't think with Drake. I think with Drake, he'll probably be like, "All right, I'll stop firing shots at you, but you still suck." I think literally that's the type of person that he is.
Do you think? And that was my last question. Do you think a lot of people change their perspective on J. Cole after this?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
A lot of people. I don't think I personally didn't view it as a whole big deal.
You didn't expect that?
I wasn't expecting that. I'm waiting for the moment where somebody takes a shot at J. Cole to the point that J. Cole turns around and it's like,
I'm not pussy. I have to defend myself.
Get my shotgun out and I'm shoot you.
I'm not pussy. Don't try me.
I think so. Yeah, and I think you kind of we saw a glimpse of it when Lil Pump was talking crap about.
Yeah, that was different. I don't even consider that a beef. Yeah,
but that's not a beef though.
That's not lyrical beef.
But you see like a whole percentage of the type of things that he can pick back on and make it a whole. Because I like 1985 is a good song, but you see how that's a percentage of how he put out My Delete Later. That's a whole like foreshadowing the type of person that he could, or the type of actions that he could take. But you see the difference. How this sounded like this, and then you see My Delete Later with Kendrick, how it sounded like that. It sounded like there was no energy in there. To me, it was a good track, but it didn't sound like he really, like he was in there.
Right.
He like kind of like grilled that and put the passion in, and it was in the kitchen cooking.
Right,
it was just like he did it, and that's it. I feel like if it would have been a different type of hatred, or like I said, you know, you step in on the ring, you have to have some type of hate for that type of person.
And I'm not a J. Cole hater. I know a lot of people take me as a J. Cole hater, but I'm like I don't want to say because I have different categories of top albums, top rappers, top this, top that. Born Sinner is one of my top front to back plays albums.
Yeah.
Born Sinner I could play right now, play from beginning to end, and bro, like I like if I heard it from the first time. So it's just that J. Cole, I don't know, bro. J. Cole gives me that vibe of like, I grew up in a different time in a different era. So J. Cole kind of gives me the vibe of like, the big brother was in the streets, and I'm gonna act like I'm with y'all, and then when the shit hits the fan, he gonna turn his back on everybody.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
But I'm down, but I'm not down.
I'm there, but I'm not there.
And that's another thing, you know, I question that, and I'm gonna bring that up. How come they gave Drake a hard time for being half white and half black, but they didn't give J. Cole a hard time for being half white, half black? You know the vibes is Litty Willie from Litty Productions. I want to thank everybody that's been supporting us, sharing, liking, commenting, doing all that good stuff. Just to let y'all know, we got Instagram live videos, we got YouTube videos, we got all kinds of different productions. That's why we call ourselves Litty Productions. Make sure y'all hit me up if y'all looking for something at Litty Willie _, Litty Show Productions on Instagram, all that good stuff. Just make sure you hit me up. We out.
It's the Litty Show. The Litty Show.
You know the fucking vibes, man.
He was born here?
That's it?
Maybe.
Because his mom's white and his dad's
no,
black.
No, actually, I think he was born in...
Regardless, he's half white, half black. Doesn't matter where you're born.
Yeah, but...
Your mom's white, your dad's black.
He was born in Germany, I believe.
But it was military? Or
his father was in the military in Germany, and then he...
Well, I'm just saying, why y'all gave him that shit, or y'all gave Drake that shit, y'all give J. Cole that shit.
But then you see, I think the reason why is because maybe they hold him at a higher standard than Drake, lyrically.
I don't know. I just don't.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm just trying to be an asshole and pull him into the... Pull him deeper than he tried to run out.
J. Cole
Try his back over here.
He's on the beach, taking a high noon.
Nah, in the beach. He's probably riding a Debo bike somewhere.
Well, I think they found him on the beach. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
A girl found him on the beach.
Yeah, with his girl, right?
No, he was just by himself listening to music.
You sure?
A girl just found him.
Just chilling.
Just took a picture of him.
Laughing. Because his numbers is going up too, and he even got a rap.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
He's in the middle of this shit.
And that's what I don't think he's going to be like thrown to the ground. I think he's just gonna be in his own. He's in his own like path.
Shout out to everybody rapping. I'm glad that none of this got ugly.
Yeah.
I know there was a shooting in Drake's house or some shit. I don't know how real that was.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
But
I don't know if that's real or not.
If it's real, let's relax. If it's not real, good job, Drake. I was talking again. Next song, next track. You gonna play something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this one's called All Inside.
All Inside.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I should release this one. I'm thinking about it. That the first one that I played, Mr. Miyagi, it is gonna be released, but this one
still on the bar.
Yeah. I teased it earlier.
How many times I felt to be strong? How many times did I wish I was wrong? How many times will I love for a change, but everything around me really the same? Seeking for help, but nobody sees. Everyone talking to me through a screen. What up other seas is this that I think? Mentally dehumanized, using all filters to cover your lies. When is it that you finally realize? Truth is light, there's darkness in you, dominating what you think. Many years it kept me locked away. I couldn't find the key. Does money get you free? Maybe, I guess, but does it give you peace? I never seen no king or ruler take it, stretch it with him. Buying a ticket to heaven with it. See how far you gonna go. Betting on faith and having some hope. Alone you can reach the horizons, but together you surpass them. Questioning everything, but you always had the answers. I knew that my purpose was bigger than retail, but I couldn't see the details. Shit wasn't braille, didn't need to use my eyes, but my soul to feel the signs. Playing them strings like Eric Clapton. You can listen to the pain, and the way that I progress. Putting my family onto a new side that they have never seen. From this kid that only had a dream. Sometimes I wish I was strong to speak, but how many times did they believe? And how many times they laughed at me? People asking, saying, now you're a rapper, bitch, you never know what I have been after. Submerging myself in the journey, I live in the moment, could die in the morning. So why should I wait for the life that I want when the clock never stops? Gotta reach for the stars. This Michelangelo with art, Apollo possessing me from the Olympus, but everyone calling me crazy without a rhyme or a reason.
Wish I was strong, tell you what's wrong, but I am not. Keep it all inside. No, I wish I was strong, tell you what's wrong, but I am not. Keep it all inside. No, I wish I was strong, tell you what's wrong, but I am not. Keep it all inside.
I'm calling and nobody answering. Wishing the guy had an office so I can go visit and maybe he'll listen. I want to express the truth that I feel, stress that I can pay the bills. My mind keeps on running like she got some wheels. I wish I could stop her. Sometimes I drink to forget, sometimes I smoke and hit the brakes. You can play life or you can live life, but it's only one time. But what's holding me back is myself, and I cannot see the damage that I do. Doubting everything I do, got a gift and that is true. They can see it cause it's too real for them to admit it, that is true. So tell me, what is it that you're gonna do when you gotta go against everyone that you knew? Are you gonna fight the fight? Are you gonna fly the flight? Are you gonna stay the same and following everyone else? And following everyone else?
Why do you feel like that one? I want to ask you, why do you feel like that one is?
No, because I did it recently. I did it last week. Yeah, so that's, I guess, since it's fresh. I mixed it. I actually believe I turned off something like an effect that I had in there.
Right.
I was writing notes still, like I was going over the mixing and mastering process.
Right.
And from Brant, he told me, like, once, and I've heard this already also a few times on YouTube. You mix it the first time, the best of your knowledge. You close your computer, you step away from it, and then you come back later, and then you find the mistakes, because you're gonna find mistakes, and then you come back, you fix the mistakes, you close your computer, and then you come back again, because you'll always find new mistakes. Like, for example, in this one, this is my second time, and me listening to it right now, I did hear that the first verse was a little bit louder than the second verse. Mm-hmm. The chorus is said. It's mentioned 3 times. The third time was a little bit louder than the first time. And I also had turned off an effect that I had. Like, I'm saying, I'm calling, and nobody answering. I put like a phone, like being dialed. Yeah, I took it out by mistake. I don't know why it's not there.
So let me ask you, when you're making music, choruses in particular, is it normal for an artist to record the chorus again, or is it copy and paste?
So with this one,
I have 3 choruses.
I recorded it twice rather than 3 times.
Okay.
So the third time is literally like the first time.
Gotcha.
And I just went, like, for example, I don't know if you can see.
Is that a you thing, or what's the normal standard for?
No, I think that's a me thing.
Okay.
That's a me thing. But I always try to make it. But the error, the problem is that if you're saying, for example, the chorus 3 times, the third time may not sound exactly as the first time.
Right.
So you just may want to just copy and paste so it sounds evenly. So with me, I just did first and second, 1 take, and then I just copied the first section and put it on the third, and on that third one, I just went ahead and did it freshly at a higher pitch.
Gotcha.
Like at a higher tone. I'm singing higher, almost like a woman-like type of thing, and then maybe at a lower, like trombone, type of tone. That's something that I play with sometimes. But yeah, so that's with
I
me.
asked that because I hear it, so I want you to.
Oh yeah. That's not with me. Like it depends. The chorus, like I feel like sometimes I overlook the chorus, but I've come to understand that it's if I hear it, I hear it. If I don't hear it, then it doesn't need to have a chorus. Like with this one, I did hear that. You know
it worked perfect. And the
whole part of like I wish I was strong, tell you was strong. I kind of like went with the song, kind of like originally had the idea of saying and talking about mentally dehumanized when it's that you finally realize truth. There's darkness in you dominating what you think, like your phone and images and stuff like that. But then I kind of like took it to the part of that I wish I was strong to tell my family what's wrong, but I keep it all inside. And I can't take it out. I wish I was strong enough to tell my family, hey, this is what's wrong. I wrote this, but I'm thinking but I can't because I'm not that strong to take either the argument or the thoughts, whether they're good or bad. Exactly. I'm not that strong. So I took it from that, and I took it also that I'm talking to God. I'm calling and nobody's answering, wishing that God had an office so I can go visit. Stress that I can pay the bills, like all those stresses. I just took it like from a personal standpoint, like I just became that. And I think with the chorus, sometimes it kind of like dictates what is it that you're gonna write about, obviously. So with that, and I also wrote like there's another song that I was writing something else, and it was like I was about to get out of work, and I fucked around and fucking Splice, and I found a sound, and I found this, and I'm like, man, like I'm listening to a chorus, and I'm listening, and I just literally stopped what I was doing, and I'm like, I need to write this, and I wrote the chorus, and then I'm like, oh damn, I like this chorus, and I'm singing on the chorus, and I showed it to this after and then I was like, damn, this sounds good. Let me actually put lyrics onto it, and that's how it went. But usually, like, but then you also have, I guess, as an artist, you also have Mr. Miyagi, that I just went ahead and just
went through.
Yeah, rap, lyric, no chorus. So yeah.
I think this one's a goer. This is a goer. I think I do think that it needs to get tweaked.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
Obviously, but I think these are one of those tracks that you deliver where you have to listen to it to understand that story.
Understand the story, yeah.
And this is why I ask these questions to you, so when they do go, somebody can go back and this is what he said. This is what he meant. Yeah, for sure. I just wanted to close out with a couple men's mental questions and things like that. Yeah. We'll close out with that. But you getting married?
Oh boy,
here we go. It has nothing to do with marriage though.
Okay.
But it has to do with your partner.
Okay.
What are 3 things, in your opinion, that a woman can help you with in a relationship, and 3 things a woman can hurt you with in your relationship?
That can help you and that can hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
That can help you, I believe, since women do come from us, right, in the biblical way. Adam was made from, I believe, dirt. It is. I believe so. Maybe wrong. And then Eve was made from the rib, as is. So we're all
intertwined.
Intertwined. Sorry. I think that we are made to see the things, we're yin and yang, so I feel like you can't be fulfilled or you can't come full circle to your own self, or even see your flaws and your greatness within you if you don't have that person to view them from the inside out. Once they kind of like get to know you and become you, even in a I just got married yesterday, but I think from experiences in a relationship wise, I feel like you get to know that person, but then getting to know them is one stage, but then growing in them and with them, it's another part. That once you see that, you start to feel and see how the person can be better, and you can excel them onto that. So for example, if you guys both you got to know each other, you guys are married or whatever, you start seeing that you're gaining a little bit of weight, So the healthy thing for her would be like, hey, listen, I don't think gaining weight is a good thing for you. Not body shaming you or anything, but why don't we go to the gym? Let's go to the gym. I want to go to the gym.
Right.
Let's grow together. Let's
Right.
let's aim. Let's put a task. Let's put a goal. Let's lose 20 pounds this month. And let's go chase it.
Setting goals.
Yeah, maybe that, or maybe, hey, we're okay in finances, but let's make a company. Let's make a company together, a real estate company. Something like that. You strive to be better. As it's almost like you trying to take care of your community, but your community is your partner.
Your home. Right.
Your home. Yeah, exactly. You try to like expand that. I guess that's the good. And with your partner, what was the question again?
Three things, but I guess those are 3 in 1.
Well, those are 3 in 1. Yeah. Packed.
3 things that your partner can do to hurt you as a man in your relationship. Maybe sometimes not even knowing it.
I think to hurt you is one thing is to say that you're rather than communicating to you that you could be doing other things, saying that you're not doing enough. I feel like that's one. Right? So instead of saying like, hey, you never do the dishes, you never do this, you never do that, saying like, hey, listen, I need your help. I feel like I've always taken that, like a manager. When I started my first job, my manager would always start he would, instead of telling me, hey, I need you to do this, he would be like, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you actually go ahead and take care of this customer? And it's actually like, oh man, for sure, I'll take care of it. Rather than telling you, hey, do that. If I tell you, hey, can you do me a favor? It's like, oh, I'm doing a favor to Willie. I'm helping him out. Right. Rather than, oh, it's my job to take care of that person. Right. Rather than, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you pick all this? Whenever you have a chance, please. Like, thank you. Obviously, it's a different conversation if you don't, fulfill that, right? But I think that's one thing. The second thing, I feel like it's not trusting your partner that they'll understand the mistake or the mistakes that you have made, or the mistakes that you have done in the past, maybe that they won't understand, and you maybe that's one.
Right.
And I think the third one, connecting it to the second, I feel like not understanding that they're also a human being able to communicate, and then they'll be able to sit down and listen, that they will be able to listen rather than hearing, right? Because hearing, I'm here talking to you, but aren't you actually listening to what you're saying, understanding? And then you not having that trust for them to listen to you and communicate properly. Obviously, that's different scenarios. If the person's mature enough to learn and understand that they can sit down and be quiet and hear with the person, communication, like a therapy type of communication. But I feel like, those are the 3 things that can hurt, that a woman can hurt.
A man.
Yeah, a man subconsciously, consciously doing wise.
Because it's not always intentional or
intentionally. Yeah, it may out of fear.
I think a lot of issues with relationships are things that both parties do subconsciously or unintentionally. Due to whatever, or just experiences that they had prior to meeting each other.
The trauma.
Trauma, or just different cultures, different races, different creeds. I mean, there's so many things. That's why people have to understand that to be in a relationship, you got to want to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
People feel the necessity to need to be in a relationship. You don't need to be in a relationship. Let me start off by saying that. You don't need to be with somebody to live. To be with somebody consists of wanting.
Yeah, a want. It's a want. It's
you gotta want it. It's not a need. You have to take that mental thought out of I need to be with somebody or I need something. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Hey, you're your own person.
You are your own person, right? But then being honest and fair, being with a person and understanding that first that it's not gonna always be great.
Perfect.
It's not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna be great. There's gonna be compromises. There's gonna be ups. There's gonna be downs. And it's how bad do you want it? How bad do they want it? You have to find out how bad do they want it, because you may want it more than they do.
Yeah.
And you have to be transparent with them, explain to them that, listen, I feel that this is what I want. You don't give me the feeling of you wanting it that much, and I'm not here to make you feel bad about it. I was just talking to somebody the other day where they were telling me that they were with somebody for 7 years. They started off with them. The person didn't want kids. She didn't want kids. He didn't want kids, allegedly. Then his sister couldn't have kids. His brother couldn't have kids. He was the only one that left could have kids. The person she was with had kids already. So then she tells him, he tells her he wanted kids. And she tells him, look, you know, I'd rather have you as a friend than the person I hate, but I'm not going to have, that person you hate, but I'm not going to have any kids. And she said that they had a human and decent conversation, and they're still best of friends today. He has 3 kids.
He met somebody else.
Yeah, she congratulated it.
Wow.
Yeah, and everything.
And that's very mature.
It's super mature. It's super mature. So it's like, you know, I think people sometimes hold on to things that either A, they don't want, B, they don't know if the other person wants, because it's not always you. Because you may want something and you may say, I'm willing to fight for this, but another person's like, no, but they don't want to tell you that, or they don't know how to tell you that.
Yeah,
and it's not always hate. It doesn't have to be hate.
There's always that like conflict resolution thing. Like, for example, with that was a great way to, you know, eliminate the problem.
Right.
And that's
because it could have got ugly.
Right. And recognizing that here's the problem, and the solution is we both go our separate ways, and you go, and then you may have kids, and then maybe you break up with that person, and maybe we meet up somewhere else along the line, and then we come together. We're best friends forever, and best lovers, and wife and kids. Being wife and husband. I feel like that's a main, like, well, I've always heard this, and I've been told this, and I've known this. That communication is key. And recognizing the good, the bad, and the ugly, and then knowing, you know, okay, what's the problem? You know, what's on the table? If the kid, so you're, you know, it's not like, because I do know that sometimes we are, what's that called? We're rational driven, and women are emotional driven.
Right.
So we like to, you know, if I have a problem with you, it's very common for me to come to you and say, hey, listen, I have a problem with you drinking high noon.
Right.
But if a woman has a problem with you drinking high noon, they're not going to tell you straight up that.
Of course.
So you have to kind of like solve the problem, in some way, and figure it out. But you have to be patient enough. The 2 qualities,
and you know, I'll give you that one that you just said, but the 3 qualities to a successful relationship is patience, respect, and communication. Sorry. Yeah. Patience, respect, and communication. You gotta have patience. If you don't have patience, you can't be in a relationship.
No, you gotta lose
it. You can't have it. You gotta have respect. Respect is number 1. Once respect is lost, there's no relationship anymore. None. Whether it's physical, verbal, emotional, no matter what it is, once respect is gone. And then communication is like the key to all. If you're not communicating, it just leads to so many things. It leads to disrespect. It leads to
destruction.
Yeah, it's destruction. It's just the communication that has to be on point. But I just asked you these random questions. You just got married, so you know, maybe this could help somebody out there.
Maybe.
And we're not perfect. We all need to communicate with each other. We all need to figure out how can we be better people, better partners, better, you know. And like I tell people, you know, to be in a relationship, you gotta want to be in a relationship.
Yeah,
you can't think that
work.
I need to be in a. No, you don't.
No.
Don't drag yourself, because there's a lot of lonely people that are just broken.
Fine.
They feel like they need to be with somebody, and it's like, no, you got to be happy with yourself before you're happy with anybody.
Yeah, you have to know how to love yourself before you love others.
This is Matic Monday. Shout out to High Noon. High Noon, we've been drinking you every week. If you want to send us some free merch, some free liquor, we both are 21 and older.
Don't sponsor us, but sponsor us.
There you go. I'm Litty Willie. This is Matic in the building.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations once again for getting married.
Thank you, sir.
And we out.
Appreciate you.